sniffing scents like a bloodhound. Sharp lines drawn where dreams get gunned down. Orders come quick, whispers in the steam rising. Crooked deals brew, truth drowning, no compromising. This cafe ain't quaint, it's a scene out of nightmares. Lugs clink with the sounds laced with despair. True crime cafe where secrets spill like cream. Every sip a confession, every cup a scream. Tables hold stories soaked in guilt and grime. Dago serves the brew, murders keep the time. Menacing the code, specials written in blood. Today's dish, betrayal, served with a grudge. Dago in the back, flipping pancakes with a snarl. Bullet holes in the walls, paint a mural that's dark. Customers in shadows, faces blurred like a dream. Conversations and whispers, plotting schemes unseen. This ain't your local diner, this is Hell's Canteen, where your last meal's a latte and regrets the cream. True crime cafe where secrets spill like cream. Every sip a confession, every cup a scream. Tables hold stories soaked in guilt and grime. Dago serves the brew, murders keep the time.
Splattered like rain, coffee stains tell stories of pain. Spoons clinking whispers in the night. Beneath the night, shadows dance beneath the neon light. Who drank the poison, who lit the flame? Everyone's guilty, no one takes the blame. True crime cafe where secrets bleed. Flows of regret, ashtrays full but we're not done yet. Clock ticks louder, the walls close in. Every sip tastes like original sin. Who's the killer, who's the saint? Fingerprints smudged, they don't paint. Truth or dare or just pretend? What's the start, what's the end? True crime cafe where secrets bleed. They don't paint. Truth or dare or just pretend? What's the start, what's the end? True crime cafe where secrets bleed. Truth or bullet, truth or need. True crime cafe where lies collide. Order up a story no one can hide. Splattered like rain, coffee stains tell stories of pain. Spoons clinking whispers in the night. Beneath the night, shadows dance beneath the neon light. Who drank the poison, who lit the flame? Everyone's guilty, no one takes the blame. True crime cafe where secrets bleed. Flows of regret, ashtrays full but we're not done yet. Clock ticks louder, the walls close in. pretend. What's the start, what's the end? True Crime Cafe where secrets bleed. Truth a bullet, truth a need. True Crime Cafe where lies collide. Order up a story no one can hide. Who's the killer, who's the saint? Fingerprint smudge, they don't paint. Truth or dare or just pretend. What's the start, what's the end? True Crime Cafe where secrets bleed. Truth a bullet, truth a need. True Crime Cafe where lies collide. Order up a story no one can hide. No one can hide. Blood on the counter splattered like rain. Coffee stains tell stories of pain. Spoons clinking whispers in the night. Beneath the night. Shadows dance beneath the neon light. Who drank the poison, who lit the flame? Everyone's guilty, no one takes the blame. True Crime Cafe where secrets bleed. Truth a bullet, truth a need. True Crime Cafe where lies collide. Order up a story no one can hide. Black boots stomping, floors of regret. Ashtrays full, but we're not done yet. Clock ticks louder, the walls close in. Every sin tastes like original sin. Who's the killer, who's the saint? Fingerprints smudge, they don't paint. Truth or dare or just pretend. What's the start, what's the end? True Crime Cafe where secrets bleed. Truth a bullet, truth a need. True Crime Cafe where lies collide. Order up a story no one can hide. Who's the killer, who's the saint? Fingerprint smudge, they don't paint. Truth or dare or just pretend. What's the start, what's the end? True Crime Cafe where secrets bleed. Truth a bullet, truth a need. True Crime Cafe where lies collide. Order up a story no one can hide. No one can hide.
All right. Happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome back to the cafe. We are open for business. It is great to see you all here today. Thank you guys so very much for joining me. I hope you're all having a great Sunday and a great weekend. Great to see you all. And again, please share this out. Let everybody know what we're doing. Hit that like button on your way through the door. Today, guys, we're going back and hopefully finishing up these documents in Idaho. Reviewing a couple videos as well. Breaking down the documents and doing our thing as we do. That being said, well, guess what, folks? You know what comes next. Let's just see what that is. Here we go.
flicker like broken halos. Whispers gather in the smoke-filled air. Tables carved with secrets and shadows. Every story's a wound laid bare. The kettle's boiling with a restless rage. Justice written on an unseen page. I sip the silence, bitter taste, waiting for the ghosts to show their face. At the True Crime Cafe, we serve up the pain they try to hide away. Pour another cup of the truth you crave. Raise your glass to the names they betrayed. Mirrors cracked, reflections are liars. Ashes fall where the guilty once stood. The jukebox hums like a funeral choir. Echoes pounding through the neighborhood. Every scar is a candlelit vow. We hunt the how, we demand the now. No more silence, no more disguise. We'll paint the night with sharpened cry. At the True Crime Cafe, we serve up the pain they try to hide away. Pour another cup of the truth you crave. Raise your glass to the names they betray. This is not a sermon, it's a battlefield hymn, a requiem dripping from the bottle's rim. The guilty write stories in invisible ink, but we'll drag it all up from the edge of the brave. At the True Crime Cafe, the reckoning burns like a black bouquet. Every shadow will pay. In the True Crime Cafe.
All right. Welcome back. Good to see you guys today. Happy Sunday, guys. It's the 19th of October, so just flying right on by. It is great to see you all here, and I appreciate each and every one of you for joining us today. I hope you're having an amazing day and an amazing weekend all the way around. Wonderful to see you all. Please make sure to hit the like button on the way through the door. We got 33 beautiful peeps in the house today. 14 likes. Let's make that match, guys, and get this into that algorithm if we can. Please and thank you. Hopefully, again, guys, the last day, they're going to be breaking down these new documents that come out and discussing what they are all about, as well as reviewing and breaking down maybe a couple videos out there that have been released as well, discussing the points in those within this case and how they relate. Coming up with some stuff with that. So come on in, grab a seat, get comfortable. Good morning, afternoon, good evening, and good night, whoever you are, wherever you are. Hope it's good for you because it's great to be here with you. I do appreciate you, that's for sure. Come on in, grab a seat. And I do have the link pinned at the top of the chat there for whoever may want to join me today as we break down these documents and discuss them. And I'm sure we'll find something of interest in here, as we always seem to do. And who do we have in here with all you beautiful people? Looks like Michelle F. is back in the house. Robert in the house with True Crime Unleashed. Great to see you. Mr. Ryan Anderson, good to see you today. Meg P., the megastar, welcome back to you. Thank you for joining me, Meg. I appreciate you. Amy Conway, buenos dias to you, my dear. Great to see you. Elizabeth Wagner, welcome back. And Senor Wazowski, what's going on, my friend? Let me see here. Excuse me. Miss Denise is in the house. Absolutely, Miss Denise. If you can email me, figure that out. I will definitely send you an address via email. That's no worry whatsoever. Beach Babes in the house. Good to see you. Great to have you in the house today. Charm Free, welcome back to you. And it looks like Charm Free was the first to drop one on our goal today. Thank you so much, Charm, for that super chat. God bless and happy Sunday to you. I appreciate that. So very generous of you. Very much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for those of you that dropped the purple hearts too. Again, in memory of Wisdom Speaks. Always happy to see that. Thank you. Keeping her alive in our hearts and in our streams, guys. She'll never go anywhere. Always with us forever. Again, hit that like button if you will. I appreciate that. Done One is in the house. Good to see you, Done One. Thank you for joining us today. Sky 1088, welcome back to you. Great to see you. Thank you again to my friends that join us from over the pond. We appreciate that so very much. As always, too. Come on in, come on in. 43 people in the house, 19 likes. Let's see if we can hit that like button, folks, on your way through the door and make this match. Get that up in that algorithm and get this out to everybody to see in here. I appreciate that so much. But I'm a mom. Welcome back. Great to see you today. Again, thank you, Charm Free, for hitting that number one spot on the goal today. I appreciate that so much. Come on in, come on in. Good evening to you, Sky. That's why I throw them all out there, because we got people from everywhere. Come on in. I'm glad to hear that, Robert. I'm glad. I imagined it would be, and I'm grateful to hear that it was a beautiful wedding. That's awesome. Always good to hear that kind of stuff. I'm glad you got to experience that and enjoy it, Robert. Very nice. Very nice. Come on in. Come on in. Welcome, Miss Carolyn. Good to see you, Carolyn Brisage, in the house, guys. Great to have you here. DKM, welcome back to you. Good to see you. Good afternoon to you. Oh, I'm sure you were, Robert. That's how it's supposed to go. If you don't, I'd say something's wrong with you. Holy hell in a handbag. Trish Crow's in the house. Good to see you. Thank you for just stopping by, I guess. I'm grateful to see you here. We've missed you. Been a while. I understand, Trish. It's all good. We're gonna be jumping back into the the Sullivan kids out of Nova Scotia here soon, so I'm sure you'll be interested in that. 47 people, guys. 24 likes. We're getting there. Make sure to hit that like button on the way through the door and share this out, guys. Please and thank you. Hello, Witchy. Welcome back, Witchy. Good to see you. Good to have you here. Listening while winterizing the Casio that all the street cats use as a kitty day and sleep. Oh, gotcha. Welcome. Good to see you, Witchy. Always happy to have you here. That's awesome, Rich. Robert. Good to hear. I do have to apologize, guys, that I was going to try to make it in here last night, but I fell asleep to run a paranormal stream. But I was watching a movie. Before I knew it, I woke up. It was 1 a.m. and I wasn't coming in here at 1 a.m. So I'm so sorry about that. I might try to make up for tonight. We will see. I'm not going to promise it, but I'm going to try because it's Sunday and we usually have a lot going on Sundays. But I will definitely try to do it tonight for sure. Welcome, Mittens. Good to see you. I'm just congested, Meg. Thank you, though. Damn allergies constantly bugging with me. Great to see you, Mittens. Thank you for being here. Come on in and grab a seat, everybody. Get yourselves comfortable, please, if you will. Yeah, I'm sorry, Michelle. Like I said, I fell asleep completely and I woke up at 1 a.m. my time and I'm like, well, everybody's in bed now, so there's no point. And plus, it's just way too late to do anything then. I think we're going to get into that today, Ryan. Stuart Jones, good to see you. I didn't hit those ducks until I probably haven't. I'm going to hit those ones today, I believe. Welcome, Jane Kendall. Wonderful to see you today. I hope you're having a great day. Thank you for joining us. Michelle Weddle, same to you. Great to see you today. Take care, Trish. Thank you for stopping in and hitting that like button. I appreciate that very much. Looks like we have 60 people in the house now. 33 likes. We're getting there for sure. Come on in, guys. Grab a seat. Meg, that's great. Hey, Dylan, what's going on, brother? How are you today?
Oh, I'm excited for today. Got a lot of fun racing. Football's on, and for the first time in 6 days, I don't have to work.
There you go. That's always a good thing. Thank you for joining me today. Woman Power 101. Good to see you. As always. And I think I just saw Leah Stories in the house. Wonderful to see you, Leah. Thank you for joining us today. Always appreciated. Well, I'll be interested to hear your thoughts and feelings on these documents, Dylan, and everything that we review today. It's grateful to see you and have you here for sure.
Yeah, you got me for a couple hours. Once the F1 race starts going, then I got to duck out. But that's not
you like it, so you like it all, huh? Racing, football, everything.
Oh yeah, and then I cover it all. I haven't done my review on yesterday's football activities. Probably gonna save that for tomorrow, but
Gotcha. Mary Holt, welcome. Summer J, good to see you.
But yeah, we got. Yeah, I haven't. I know documents got released, but I don't know if there's anything of relevancy in them.
Right.
I just haven't.
Some of them have been kind of interesting. I'm going to be getting to some interesting ones today, I think, for sure. So we'll see. Mary Holt, good to see you. If you didn't hear me, got a couple videos I want to go back over. One that I was gonna hit yesterday. I didn't get it till late though. I didn't notice it, I should say. I'm just reviewing it. It's very interesting to rewatch some of the stuff that was released in this early on, and then looking at it with what we know now and what we have now as compared to then. It changes things up a little bit. You know what I mean? So. Oh Lord, I just realized. I think the Browns are. That's what we're going to review that today, Meg. I did see it, and we're going to review it tomorrow. Samir Adawi, good to see you. I think the Browns are playing at 1 today. I think, or maybe not.
Yeah, they're playing the Finns right now. They actually just got into the red zone.
Is there a score yet?
No, it's still zeros.
Okay. Yes, I saw it, Meg. We're going to review that today. And a couple other things we're going to look at as well. So no score yet. Good. Thanks. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I got the red zone channel going in the background, so I can keep you updated when the Browns turn over in the red zone.
There you go. When does Pittsburgh play today?
That is a good question. All I know is what's on my screen. No, they played Thursday night.
Okay, there we go.
They lost.
So we're playing the Miami Dolphins. We're there, right? We're not at home.
No, it's in Cleveland.
Oh wow, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, and looks like the Titans just scored on the Patriots, and they're up 10-3. So
yeah, I can't stand the Patriots. I can't stand them. Can't stand them. Those Fins.
You're just jealous we were able to rebuild before the Browns.
I just got tired of them. I got tired of them when Tom Brady was there. It was like, Jesus Christ, give me a break already. Move on. He was old. And because of that, But funny thing I noticed, I didn't even realize this, is that Bill Belichick, who is, this is a little off subject for what we're still football, but he used to be a Browns coach years and years ago.
Yeah.
And then he moved on, and he was the Pats coach too for a while, right?
He was the head coach of the Browns. He took them to their last playoff run until Stefanski and Baker Mayfield. And the Browns ended up firing him. He goes back under Bill Parcells.
Yep.
With the Jets. Takes the job to be the head coach of the Jets.
Yep.
Resigns the next day, and then goes to New England.
Well, okay, and then he did that for a while, you guys, and that whole whatever happened with the
22 years, I think it was.
Yeah, it's a while. And I just noticed the other day that he's coaching now for a college team, and I went, "Well, that's not a downgrade." But
North Carolina, and that is an abject disaster.
I'm sure. He must have done something wrong to end up getting bounced over that way. So
no, I mean, at North Carolina, the football team is absolutely atrocious.
Oh, that's probably why they got him then, because they needed somebody that had a little bit of experience to try to rebuild them.
Well, no, they're actually on track to be worse than what they were last year. Last year they weren't like a great football team, but they were all right. This year they are absolutely horrific.
Wow. Interesting. Gotta love it.
It was undoubtedly a downgrade. There's already talks that they're gonna fire him at the end of the year. And it's just been an abject disaster for the Belichick at North Carolina.
Yeah, he's not anything like what he was when he was in Cleveland. He's just, and then he went through that cheating scandal thing with the Pats and all that, and it's like, well, okay, he's not a very, very popular person nowadays, in my opinion. So,
and if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
I get it. Oh, Mama Bear hates sports with a passion. She can't stand even listening to it, you guys. It's hilarious. It's not. ma'am, but we're going to talk about football on Sundays in the wintertime, and you know that. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Good to see you, dear, by the way.
But
Meg,
yeah,
Meg says she's still laughing, thinking the Browns were playing Finland. Wrong. I love it, Meg. That's great.
they'd have a shot at winning against Finland.
Probably, yeah.
But yeah, I do want to touch a little bit on the whole Lifetime movie that's going to
Yeah,
out.
go for it. Let's do it.
Like,
hey, Andy, good to see you, dear.
Like, I find it absolutely insane that I already found them doing the documentaries before there was even a conviction to be absolutely insane. And then you and then you combine with what I'm just curious to see, and I do plan on watching it once it does come out, just to see like
how bad it is.
What story are they going to tell?
Yeah. Oh yes, and Lifetime has that. Lifetime does that. Like if you've ever seen anything, Dylan, from Lifetime, as far as like the Menendez brothers story or any of the other stories they put out, they're horrible. So the fact that this case has the possibility of 4 or 5 different stories to base it on, I'm curious too. I truly am. Welcome, Smiling Sleuth. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. So I sorry to interrupt you, but go ahead.
Yeah, you're all good. But the only person that can say what happened in that house is Dylan Mortensen, and she's given 4 different versions of what happened, and her version doesn't even make sense with what we already know. I mean,
right.
And I'm curious to see, do they whether they do the investigation angle? Do they do the victim angle? Do they it's just an absolute disaster waiting to happen, especially if, say, they release the movie, the movie comes out, and then Ann Taylor pulls that trump card, and it leads to an exoneration. So, I mean, it's an absolute disaster waiting to happen.
I agree. And I know this isn't the only movie that's going to come out about this case, folks. Be prepared. There may actually be an actual good one that's released that tells, all the stories and maybe some of the truth. Who knows? But this one, don't expect much from it, folks. I've never seen them do anything good that I thought was worth. The only thing that was remotely close was when they covered, when they did the, oh my God, I know her name, and I just had it on the tip of my tongue, and now it's gone. What the hell? The crazy girl that killed her mother. Oh my God, she just had a baby. I talk about her all the time.
Gypsy Rose.
There you go. That one was slightly okay, and I stuck to the truth in some aspects. So it was okay to watch. But yeah, they're doing a Lifetime movie, Leah. Already. It's already in the process. They already had the actor picked up for Brian Koberger. It's gonna be something, I'll tell you that much. Jacob is in the house with one of his awesome questions. Says, if it's true that there was a 5th victim, which was the first breaking news, then what happened to them? And I would like to know what they saw. What do you think? That's a good question. As always, Jacob always has interesting questions. Those are, I couldn't answer that, to be honest with you, but interesting for sure. I'd like to know that. I would like to know, I feel like sometimes that in the beginning, the truth is what does come out until they get their hands in the soup and they start throwing different pieces of things in there, stirring everything up and making a mess out of it. So it should be interesting. It should be interesting to find out some more about that, Jacob. And I would like to know more, truly. There were 5 victims listed in the police reports, right? See, that's what I'm saying. And there's Krista. Hello, Krista. How are you? All right, let's see here. Moonlit Baby, good to see you. Thank you for joining us, dear. Hope you're having a great Sunday. 83 people in the house today, and we have 54 likes. Come on, you guys. Let's make that match. Let's get this up in that algorithm if we can, please, and thank you. Let me check my email real quick. Give me 1 second, you guys. I'm sorry. I always forget to check this before the show. I try to, but I always forget. I got one from Terry. Let me double check this stuff here. Is that anything there? I don't see it. Don't see it. Don't see it. I don't. Oh, wait a minute. Nope. I don't see anything from you, Krista. Let me double check it again.
I
Yep.
would find it even more interesting if Lifetime actually went off if they based the script off what the physical evidence is, and all the witness accounts be damned, because the physical evidence and the witness testimony are two totally different things. I mean, you just look at you just look at the psyche of what happened in Maddie's room alone. It tells you two different people. One calm, cool, collected, very deliberate, and then the second one being frantic, passionate, and spontaneous. I mean, right there is evidence that it was two different people. Nobody's going to turn from 0 to 100 real quick like that in that particular situation.
Right. Absolutely makes sense. I did find it, Krista. I don't know if there's a link there, hun, but I did find the email you sent me. So I guess I have to go through that and figure out how to put that together. Welcome, Miss Paula. Great to see you. Becky's in the house. Good to see you as well. Debbie Clark, welcome back to you. I love your avatar. That's very awesome. Yeah, we did review Lucky's video yesterday, I think it was. Thank you, Krista. Terry Martin, good to see you. And I got an email from you as well. Thank you. Interesting. Yeah. Send it to me in Discord, Krista. That'll work too. Thank you, hon. Appreciate that. Let me see here. 87 peeps in the house now and 59 likes. We're starting to climb. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. And we already got 1 out of 10 on our goal hit for the day so far. You guys are awesome. Thank you for that. Let me see what's saying. We got one mod in here, 2 mods. Thank you, Miss Tandy, for being here. And of course, the megastar, Miss Meg. 1 minute here. Oh, yeah. If we can drop the Discord link for Miss Leah's story, please. Love to have Leah in the Discord with us. Let's get her up on in there if we can. That way she can have conversations with us while she's in there as well. Typically, we just do an email situation. Leah, it's easier that way. The link, because the link has a tendency to disappear often and goes dead on us. So we'll get that set up for you if you want to jump in there. One of the mods will post a link in there if we can to how to do that. But I'd love to have you in there, Leah. Again, welcome, Miss Krista. What's up, buddy?
And I was also going to say, if you just look at the physical evidence in the first batch of photos, where it showed the blood drops on the floor, that says that that whole chase thing that Dylan's trying to describe did not happen.
Right. Yeah.
Because,
good point.
Because
good point.
In the blood drops, there's no tail.
Right. Very good point.
Like, whoever did it was moving like Jason Voorhees style slow.
Okay.
There wasn't a chase. And it's also peculiar that I don't think there's only like a couple drops of blood on the door itself on the outside, without and none of the blood was on the door handle or on the doorknob.
Gotcha. Right. It's okay, Meg. We'll figure it out. I'll get Leah in here. If nothing else, Leah, you can email me, and that way we can get you worked in that way if we don't get it right now. Because I don't have all the mods that handle that in here right this second. But I want to get you in there, Leah. I've wanted to for a while, and I'm grateful to see you want to join that too. And Jacob has another question. The one thing that I always wanted to know is if this was Brian or someone else, what was the motive? Do you believe something happened with one of the victims that led up to the... Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't know. Yeah, the motive, it wasn't Brian, in my opinion. So there makes no sense there with that as far as the motive goes. But I think that somebody else, I think this was a message that was being sent, Jacob, to somebody, whether it's family or whatever. But that's truly what I think that it is a message. That's my opinion. So, because there's absolutely no connection to Brian and anybody in this house or around this house or any of the family members or nothing. So it's quite interesting. Sounds good, Leah. Thank you, hon.
Just by going off the off like the way that they were all killed, I would say it was a crime with Kaylee. It was a crime of passion. The rest were collateral, but with that, it still doesn't explain why Dylan was allowed to live, unless
Right.
Dylan was in on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely see Kaylee as a target here. There's rage. I mean, a lot of rage. It could be considered a crime of passion, but it's definitely a crime of rage. And her specifically, she's had, it was a very personal attack on her and her appearance and things like that. And it's always made me wonder, so, and I think they know that. Of course they know that. And that's why they've never said it. And that's why at the end of this, they said, well, there is no, excuse me, there is no target. It's the house and all that. And I said, yeah, no, we're not going to fall for that. Sorry. Too late. You've already put it out there. So the motive is somebody pissed somebody off. Okay. That's all there is to it. And this was a message to being sent to address that, in my opinion. So I don't know whether it was somebody owed somebody some money somewhere, somebody did something to somebody rolled on somebody they shouldn't have. Something like that is truly what has happened here, in my opinion. So, well, because why was Jack one of the alternate suspects? Because he was a boyfriend. That's typically how that works, Terry. In every situation, Jack Decor, especially considering the situation there, of course, he's going to be a suspect and a person of interest, in my opinion. So, and we'll talk about that more too.
Yeah, if I was a bet man, I'd put quite a pretty penny down on Jack D, because a lot
of people are saying that now.
And what really perked my ears up on Jack D was the fact that he said that he had to go to counseling after him and Kaylee broke up. So that being a massive red flag. On top of that, she's moving to Texas. Odds are she's taking the dog with her. And as we know, people have been killed over far less than a dog.
You ain't lying, bro.
And then on top of that, you have a 17-minute phone call that he conveniently does not remember having with Kaylee right before she died.
Right. I have big issues with that too. Hang on one.
Which is probably a good thing that depending on the way you look at it, that I'm not a cop, because I would not be tolerating that. It would be instantly, all right, Jack D, you're under arrest for obstruction. Period. We know you know about that 17-minute phone call, and if you do not want to help, well,
Gotcha. Hold on one second here. We got to grab something. You can keep talking, buddy. I'll be right back.
yeah, I was just filling the air. Yeah, Senior, you're absolutely correct. And I no, Krista, I do think Dylan was in on it, but I do not think that she was the actual person with the knife or potentially gun. That okay, yeah, I get that one, Krista. Dylan could, yeah, actually that makes sense because that would extend uh that would extend um Kaylee's quote unquote life and move the time of death to uh back. I mean, Leah, they scoured that house, which that's where Bethany comes into play. Uh, as we all know, Bethany was not at the house when the cops originally rolled up. You can see her walking up from stair steps and of that is out in front of the house, out in front of the house, like going down the hill. But yeah, Hunter. Yeah, Stuart. I do
All
believe
right. Sorry about that. Sorry. Okay.
now
Um.
with Hunter. I think I I don't know if he's involved, but he is definitely what I like to call a useful idiot. He doesn't know exactly what he's doing, but he knows. But he did something to help cover this up, whether he realizes it or not.
I think he might know something more than what everybody thinks he does.
Oh yeah, he definitely knows more than what he's saying, but I don't think he either doesn't realize exactly what he knows, but uh, but it, it's one of those I like I said, useful idiot.
Good way to put it. Good way to put it. So first thing I'm going to do, 190 you guys in here already. I think. Let me double check something real fast. We got 78 likes, guys. Keep hitting that like button, please, and thank you if we can get this in that algorithm. I greatly appreciate it. Why does this keep doing this to me? 1 minute here. There we go. First thing I'm going to do is I want to review this video from way back. Meg dropped for me. Moonbreaker, welcome. Good to see you. Becky's in the house again. To think that Hunter had a knife and the cop didn't know it. Wowza. That cop could have hurt him. Yeah, he could have shot him right there. That ain't no lie. Where the heck was it when he had his hands on his head I think it was in his hoodie at first. And then he drops it on the table. He did tell him what he did. You know, he told him he had it, why he had it, and then he put it down on the table. They showed it to him. So I don't know, but
Conveniently next to blood marks.
yeah. Pocky. Oh, Pocket, yeah. Wade Bird, good to see you. Good to have you here. All right, guys, let's throw this up. I want to review this video from back in the day. Thank you, Meg, for throwing this up. It's interesting to rewatch after, like I said, we got some more insight into some stuff. So let's see what we got here. We got a couple things we're going to review today.
I've been here in Moscow on scene since about 3 p.m. Since I've been here, I've watched Moscow police cars come in and out of this neighborhood, where officials found 4 people dead. Neighbors say they began noticing police cars flood the area around 12 p.m. today. Moscow police say they responded to a call here on King Road for an unconscious individual. Upon further investigation, officials found 4 people dead. While police investigated the scene, the University of Idaho enacted a shelter-in-place alert as university officials reported a homicide near campus. As we've stated, that alert is lifted at this time. Neighbors say most people living in this area are a part of U of I Greek life or are students, but we do not know the identities of those involved or who lives at the residence. Officials are investigating. This is a very much developing situation, and we will continue to stay on the grounds until we have more information to report back to you. Until then, in Moscow, Janelle Finch, Krem 2.
Police still have this house here near University of Idaho taped off. This right here is where officers found 4 bodies yesterday. We now know the names of those 4 students. They were 20-year-old Ethan Chapin from Conway, Washington, 21-year-old Madison Mogan from Coeur d'Alene, 21-year-old Kaylee Goncalves from Rathdrum, Idaho, and 20-year-old Xana Kernodle from Avondale, Arizona, and they were all University of Idaho students. Here's a breakdown of the timeline from what we know so far. Around 1 p.m., we heard reports of a homicide investigation near the college campus. An hour later, the school put out an alert on social media. It said Moscow PD is investigating a homicide on King Road. They asked the community to stay away from the area and shelter in place as a precaution. Around 3 in the afternoon, Krem 2 arrived in Moscow. Neighbors said most people living in this area are a part of U of I Greek life or are students. At around 5 in the evening, the Moscow Police Department confirmed they had found.
Welcome, Terry. Thanks for joining us today, hon. I appreciate you.
Oh, you're welcome. Get down.
4 people dead, but it wasn't until late last night that they confirmed those victims were students. The university also said Moscow police do not think there's any active threat at the moment as they continue their investigation. Classes for University of Idaho students are canceled for the day. They say they will resume classes tomorrow. In Moscow, Nicole Hernandez, Krem 2 News.
Moscow police responded to
Beach Babe, I believe that at one point there was a camera on the water tower. If it's still there, was it still there at that time? I don't know, but at some other point there was one put there. I was told years ago, so I don't know. Good question though.
King Road for a call about an unconscious person Sunday afternoon. When police arrived, they found the 4 deceased students inside the home.
So understand that we've had that call initially was for an unconscious person. There's another call that went out in Moscow on, I can't think of the road right now, but that it was also for an unconscious person in the road. Okay. And these were both happening, within the same period of time. It's very weird. Yes. Roll mother tide. Absolutely, Tandy. Thank you. They won again against Tennessee. I'm grateful for that. So thank you, Tandy. But yeah. Both of these, I heard that. Both of these calls and these whatever you want to call the call were issues to me. I'll say that much based on what they were stated as. See-through fest, good to see you. That has been stated, see-through. I don't know how true it is, but it's been stated. Alicia, good to see you today, dear. Thank you for all of you guys for joining us. I appreciate you very much. Very good point, Beach Babe. Could have revealed a lot, yes.
This morning, the city of Moscow and University of Idaho identified all 4 U of I students. Freshman Ethan Chapin of Conway, Washington, was a member of the Sigma Chi fraternity. Xana Kernodle, a junior from Post Falls, was a member of the Pi Beta Phi sorority. Madison Mogan was a senior from Coeur d'Alene, and Kaylee Goncalves was a senior from Rathdrum.
This is a pretty traumatic situation for our campus community.
Dean of Students Blaine Eccles says news of the suspected homicide shocked the Vandal community.
This is rocking their world. Many of them come from small communities where things like this have never happened.
He says drop-in counseling is available to students at any time. He recognizes that many students have already returned home early for the upcoming holiday.
People need to navigate through this situation in the way that best suits them. If students need to go home, be closer with their families, want to return home, I support them in doing that. We're going to support them in doing that.
Support for U of I goes beyond the university campus. Businesses throughout the city of Moscow are offering prayers and thoughts for the Vandal community. And because Moscow is a tight-knit community with a strong relationship with the university, this response isn't a surprise to Mayor Art Bettage.
I feel very badly for them, and not just for the victims, but everybody else who's a friend and associate with those people.
He told me he was shocked by the news about what he's calling a senseless act of violence.
This is stuff that shouldn't happen, especially in a small, quiet town like Moscow is, where we're heavily involved with the university. And these are things that affect not just town, but the university, the students, lends everybody to a sense of insecurity about what's going on here and why. And it's a very tragic and sad situation all around.
In speaking with Kaylee Gonzalez's mother and sister, they tell me Kaylee was a strong and passionate go-getter. She even already had a job lined up in the tech industry after graduation. Kaylee was one of 5 Gonzalez's children. She graduated from Lake City High School, the same school as Maddie Mogan, another victim. Kaylee's family says the two were especially close, and Maddie was a part of their family as well. Kaylee's oldest sister, Olivia, shared a statement on behalf of the Gonzalez family. It reads in part, "Kaylee was, is, and always will be our defender and protector. She is tough and fair, the ultimate middle child. She did absolutely everything she set her mind to. She didn't hold back on love, fights, or life. Kaylee was the ultimate go-getter and constantly wanted an adventure." We still have a lot of questions about what happened. Also looking for answers is Kaylee's family. Kaylee's sister Olivia asked the public to stop spreading rumors about what happened and wait for the facts from police. We are continuing to ask.
That's hilarious to me because that's exactly what they did, was put out, purposely spread different rumors and leaked information that wasn't true. So, and she said that early on too. That's what kills me. Eddie pointed that out not too long ago, and he did it in the beginning too, about how she said that and said, just leave it to the police and please don't spread anything and put anything out there. But that's exactly what they did the whole time. So that bugs me. That definitely bugs me. I agree, Terry. Big issue.
There's an echo going.
What's that?
There's an echo going. Yeah.
Oh, because the video's up. Sorry. Go ahead.
But yeah, I mean, the Moscow PD essentially used Steve G to pretty much muddy the waters.
Oh yeah,
knowing full well he was going to do whatever it took to find who
the question we got to ask though, Dylan, was did they have him do it or did he do it on his own? It's obvious that he was given information that wasn't true on purpose. But did they put him up to spreading? Because he admitted to leaking things. He admitted to spreading information purposely and asking other people to spread information that wasn't true. Was that all him, or was that what that he was put to the task to do? That's the question, in my opinion.
I think it was one of those where, I mean, at that point they know Steve well enough that as soon as they leak something and they tick him off, he's going to go to the media. So I think it was a coordinated plan to manipulate Steve G to leak these things.
I agree. Yeah. I think Shannon was assigned to him to tell him things so that he would go leak.
Well, good point. Good point. There's other people that have put on here or I had emails sent to me a long time back that Shannon was assigned to him as a handler, that he was, which is why he ended up being his attorney, blah, 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 so on and so forth, that there were PIs that were kind of floated over to him that he was using. He went through 3 or 4 PIs in this case, and that those were purposely pushed over to him as well. I mean, it is what it is. We don't know this stuff for facts, but you
know they were fed what to say.
Yes.
I mean, it's so apparent in that interview when Elizabeth says Uber and he says in her ear, no, private driver. Mm-hmm. And She's like, oh, yeah, private driver. 2 minutes later, she says Uber again.
Yeah,
It was totally, they were told, okay, this is what they were coached. They were groomed on what to say.
They were truly and honestly, in my opinion, hand fed by a spoon with that stuff. Yes, I agree. 100%. So there's no doubt in my mind at this point. Like I said, the point or my issue is it something they wanted to do, or were they tasked to do that via law enforcement? Or was it a little bit of both possibly? So yeah, we're gonna review one of those, Beach Babe.
I don't think it was law
I thought
enforcement.
was interesting. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I don't think it was law enforcement. I think it was more of the mayor.
No, I think okay, I got you.
And the college, because he brought up college quite a bit, and so did the mayor.
Right. I don't see that one thing I will disagree with you on, and I respect your thoughts on that. I know why you think that too. I don't think the mayor knew anything until he was given things. I think the feds fed Steve, because I think that's where his leaks came from, truly. And I think that they well, here's why, because I truly believe, and I'm pretty sure most of you guys get it now too, that they were the lead on this case. That there was no Moscow PD leading this by no means. It was just a face that they put on this because they had to, because it happened in that district. Okay. So, and and the feds were in this immediately. Okay. They dove in immediately, and that said something to me. And there's a reason for that. We all know they were already there to begin with and all that. So I think he was fed, that they were fed by the feds, and that it was based on the college has, of course, had an interaction as well, Terry. I agree with that full-heartedly. So, and that could be too, Meg. Fiddlesticks could have been the lead on this. Who knows?
Oh, for God's
sake. He probably would have done better than they did.
Was.
Right. Yeah, there were multiple parallel investigations going on.
He was like, help, I'm being held captive.
Yeah, right. Hey, Becky, good to see you. Becky Strider's in the house now. Agreed, Becky, agreed. And you never know. And the problem is we don't know the truth. And that's the problem. So you can take it whichever way you want, and just kind of go from there and perceive it the best way you can, based on what we have been shown.
Did you get my email I sent you? It's just very short, but it's John Atwood that was in prison, and they had nothing on him, and he still had to plead guilty. 98% of people plead guilty because
yeah, we're going to look at that. I thought that was pretty interesting. I appreciate that, Terry. Thank you. Very much so, because it's a fact. It's a statistical fact that it happens constantly, which is why, in my opinion, sorry, I'm thinking too fast again. Why it drives me nuts when people are like, he's guilty because he agreed to the charges.
Well, another thing, when you watch what I sent you, I didn't send you this part, but he does mention that when he first came in, because he was brought in on drugs. So that's what he was brought in on, Sean Atwood. And he says that he was forced into a jail cell right when he got there by the, what are they called? The Knights or the...
Oh, the area Knights.
Yeah, thank you. The head guy. And they have standards where, rules they follow once they're in there. And he said, what are you in here for? And Sean was like, I don't even know, and he said, well, kill on command, which is KOD, is if you killed a child so they will kill on command if you killed or hurt a child or a woman.
Right. I've heard that before too.
Yeah. And
welcome, Snooper.
The fact of the matter is that he tells me, everybody can go back and watch it. I watched it last night. I was just like amazed at what he was talking about. But it's just they actual inmates will question you on what you're in there for.
Yeah, definitely. Most definitely. Agreed.
So if he killed these 4 women or 3 women, right? 3 in my book, He'd be dead right now.
Well,
Unless he's being held in protective custody to the point where he doesn't see the day of light.
there's more to it, in my opinion, that at some point, hopefully it will come out and we'll see.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Dylan. Take care, bud. Thanks for joining us.
But go ahead. I'm sorry.
No worries. No worries. Yeah, Meg is right. Exhibit A on Netflix. Please go check that out, folks. Very highly recommended it from me as well. Very interesting. Lily Rose, good to see you. Congratulations. Happy day anniversary on 21 months. I feel like it's been longer than that, but thank you so much for being part of our community and our family. You are very much appreciated. God bless. Of course, Wade. Of course. On we go, you guys. On we go. And like I always say, pay attention because this is from a while back, you guys. This came out November 19th of 22. And pay attention to what we're hearing here as compared to what we know now. Remember
Isn't that the day that Maori died?
Maori. Oh, Malwich. Yeah.
Malwich. I'm sorry. I apologize.
That's okay.
Yeah,
That's
Malwich died that day.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, if he's involved, it would be interesting. I'll say that much. We need more proof to prove that. But
I'm sorry, but if he died that day, that is something that we need to really look into because that means he couldn't talk anymore.
Of course. That would be the reason why it happened, in my opinion, if so, yes. Yes. Yeah, thank you, Dylan, for joining us, bud. Yeah, Deguchi's in the house. Good to see you, dear. All right, let me get this up and loaded again, and let's get moving.
Questions, and we'll continue to bring you updates as we get them. In the studio, Janelle Finch, Creme 2 News.
Ethan Chapin, his brother and sister, all grew up here together. They went to school here together, and together they enrolled at the University of Idaho. 3 inseparable siblings, now torn apart.
You just couldn't ask for.
Nick Malwich is somebody else that has been put out there by a couple creators as a possible person of interest in regards to the situation. We've talked on him a little bit, Moonlit. Paul has really gone into him pretty deep, Moonlit. And we'll get to talking about him at some point too. I've been looking for absolute proof of connection so that I can put it out and say, hey, here's facts about this, this, and this. But his situation is very questionable. I'll just put it that way. 100% in my opinion. So
For better kids.
Dave Hayton considered Ethan Chapin
Welcome, Roe.
all the Chapin kids, actually. He and his wife watched them grow up in their Conway neighborhood. They'd come over for fudgesicles from the basement freezer. When the couple heard what happened, they were crushed.
She's crying. And she says, Ethan's been murdered. Yeah. I just couldn't, you just can't get your head around it.
All 3 siblings attended the Conway School before moving on to Mount Vernon High, where Ethan played on the basketball team and graduated last year. All 3 later decided to attend the University of Idaho. Ethan and his brother were members of the same fraternity.
I know I didn't sleep a lot last night. I just thinking of them. We had some good times together.
The Haytons treated the kids like grandchildren. The couple shared these photos from Ethan's mom's Instagram page. This one taken just a few weeks ago at Parents' Weekend. Dave recalls Ethan as smart, athletic, and always respectful. He says all
Welcome, Donna.
Kids, and having one of them gone is inconceivable.
I remember last night I woke up several times and I think, gee, I wish somebody would just tell me this is a bad dream.
I agree, Ray.
But unfortunately, it's not a bad dream. It's a reality.
Still no word as to a potential motive in these killings, no word as to a potential suspect. However, authorities in Idaho do say that there is no threat to the public.
Yeah, Nick Malwich was found wandering in the street in Moscow area and was said to have. It was put out that he was in a car accident, but the wounds and the injuries that he had they didn't match a car accident, folks. And there's a possibility that he was shot, and most definitely that he was stabbed. And there's issues with that in regards to this situation, which is why kind of matches up. Also, the other day we reviewed yesterday a news report that was put out about somebody that was brought in by PD to the emergency room at I think it's Grimmett. I think that's how you say it, hospital ER, and that he was being he was very aggravated, acting out, violent to some extreme, so on and so forth. And well, I feel like it's him in that report they're talking about. Gritman, that's it. Thank you, Meg. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, what did I say? Grimmett. Yes. Yes, he had, if you remember the report we talked about, the person with injured feet, there was a lot of issues. I wonder if he was the one who had injured feet, phenomenon. Good question. He had a lot of bad injuries. He had so many injuries. I'm sorry?
It was oh, Lord. This is where I need
oh, hold on. Sorry. His injuries were bad enough that he had to be life flighted or medevaced to another hospital, in which he died on the 19th.
Right. He was shot by Dennis Leonard.
Yes, that's what we talked about the other day. Was he shot by James Curtis Leonard?
Yes,
well, it's believed that he was. Not to mention the other wounds that he had incurred. It's not from a car accident, you guys.
And he was in the hospital on. It shows that he was in the hospital on. I can't remember if it was the 12th or 13th, but he passed away on the 19th.
13th, yeah, he was in the 13th. He was there. They tried to. He was taken to a level 1 trauma center, which they just couldn't handle his situation. That's why he had to be medevaced to a high level trauma center, and he still didn't make it through. So I believe that either he was going to talk.
Because I mean, Leonard had slices all over his arms.
Right. Yeah, 100%, 100%. And Ryan is correct with that statement. Right there. Broken feet, and this is factual information. Broken feet or kneecaps is a code word for someone being on their last legs with an organization. Yes.
Oh, interesting.
And I learned that sadly because I have family that was involved in organized crime per se back in the 70s and 80s in the how can I put this, in the Italian form of it. I'll just put it that way and leave it there. So yes, that's absolution as to what that means. Very true. Yeah, so there is that. Like I said, I came with, oh yeah, Christina. We I come from a law enforcement family, and 2 of my family members that were law enforcement were crooked. I'll put it that way. And got away with things. The other one, my uncle, stayed by the book, sadly. The other 2 should have. My father, my biological father, my grandfather, they should have, but they didn't. And that's how I learned all these bad things that I know. So, just saying. But Simply, yes. That's another good question. I haven't seen that name either in a while.
Hi, Simply.
Are they in here?
I don't know. I thought you said that. Oh
no, somebody was saying the last time I saw Simply was when Willie was live. Good point. I don't know, Phenomena Mom. There's a few things as to what could have happened, but there's multiple things that happened to Malwich. Multiple. Not just one. But I hope Simply's okay. It's been a while. So hopefully
I just talked to her. She's fine.
Oh, okay, good. Good. Nope, we haven't seen her. That's good. Thank you, Terry, for that info. I get worried about people if I don't see them for a few days. You know what I mean? And then poof. So
right, me too.
One of these days, Cat Lady, I have a whole huge story I could tell about that stuff. Actually, I've actually thought about going back and doing some more on the organized crime stuff that I started doing years ago. So I might have to do that again.
You should do that, especially since you're from the Youngstown area, which is
Yeah. Well, you would know. I forgot that you're from this area, so yeah, you would definitely know. There was a gentleman by the name of Frank Ragazine that worked with my biological father. They both worked for the Youngstown water treatment facility and embezzled money from there. And Frank did 17 years in prison for that and took the rap for my biological father, who was, like I said, he was a part-time police officer. He worked for the water treatment plant. My grandfather was a police chief, and they all took, what do you call that, Terry? Bribes and financial stilts and stuff like that. I found out very, very unfortunate, but
took
hey,
off the top or whatever they capped up.
Yeah, it is what it is. But, you know, here's 10 grand. Look the other direction is what my grandfather was doing, and my dad kind of followed behind him and did what he did with narcotic stuff that they dealt with and all that kind of crap. It's just a bad situation. And Youngstown folks
didn't have much of a choice because it was like
in some aspects,
gangs.
Yeah. It was a bad situation. I learned way later in life when I became an adult. Of course, you don't learn these things when you're a kid, and then you look at situations and go, wow, you know, I could have ended up in a mix like that too. There's a guy by the name of Jim Traficant that was very involved in stuff like this, who was in my house more times than none. He was in a video that was played out here on YouTube I was showing one day. And I'm like, holy shit, that guy was in my aunt and uncle's house. He was in my house. And you know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? And he was a sheriff. So that'll tell you something right there. And then whenever he stopped working with everybody because they didn't trust him anymore, then he tried to flip on them. And then the man ended up being found dead underneath his tractor on his farm. So you tell me. I'll just put it that way. So there's a lot of that goes on around Ohio and Cleveland, Youngstown for sure. Youngstown was one of the biggest. And you should know
guys are in the steel industry,
right? But like Youngstown was huge for mob activity, folks.
Right.
Back in the 80s, monstrous, yes. So, and we had money back in the day because of the steel thing, you know. So, just saying. But anyway, I'm getting way off subject. But yeah, we'll have to get into that one day. It's a very interesting story that I have.
Interesting. You should do something on that. And you know, it's funny that I don't know. Trafficking was huge during that time as it is now, but I can imagine, you know,
it happened in different ways back then. It was different. But yeah, you're right. Like they stayed away from the drugs. They were not.
Well, they did the elite. They did the what you're talking about, like the sheriffs and the judges and those people, the people that had money and were, you know, looked at with, oh my, you're an upper elite individual. And those were the ones that were running the traffic rings.
Yes, very true. And you know what, Zesty, welcome, by the way. It's funny because there are a lot of people that still think Jim Traficant was an angel, and he was far from it. He was highly involved in organized crime. Like I said, until he decided, it was decided that he was untrustworthy at that point. They didn't trust him anymore. And then he tried to flip and roll on them, and it didn't work out well for him. I'll just put it that way. So, big time. Matt Emlo, good to see you. Yeah, there's a lot of corrupt police. That's why I'm so against it, you guys, because when you realize that your family was involved in stuff like that, it's kind of disheartening. And it's like, nah, I'm never going to be that person, you know. Now, like I said, I have an uncle that was a deputy sheriff, and he worked in local PD as well, that followed the book, still does. And I'm very proud of that. But the rest of them, nope. It tells you right there how strong money is and what it can do. You offer people money, they'll do about anything for you. And then in some aspects, like Terry said, sometimes people feel like they don't have a choice because of, you know, there's threats that are put out there about that, things, stuff like that too. So you just don't know. But there's the mom toy. Good to see you. Anyway, like I said, I don't want to get far off of the subject here.
You're not getting far off the subject. I think you're sticking straight to the subject.
It's still crime. And it kind of involves
what's going on there. And
yeah, I think it's within the Idaho 4 realm as well. And it proves certain other things too. So, Miss Nosferatu, good to see you. says, if you look at the map where they say BK got off the highway in Lewiston, he passed in Albertsons. So why did he go to Clarkston to go to Albertsons? What was the reason for that detour? I don't know, but he went the next day to Albertsons. So I don't know how that worked out or why. Yeah, that's true too. The firefighter thing has nothing to do with this, folks. We looked into that. There's no connection that I've ever found that can be verified. I think it was
a question. If you were wearing a firefighter outfit versus Dickies, would that work the same?
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. There's no way in hell that somebody's gonna be wearing have full gear on, pants, coat. Turnout gear is very heavy and thick and very hard to move in. So there's no way you're gonna be wrestling around with somebody wearing turnout gear. Okay.
You're gonna be Brian Koberger and Dickies. I mean, we're talking the same here. I mean, if you are good at, if you're built, you know what I mean? If you are in it, if you had a couple people putting on firefighter gear versus Dickies, it's going to do the same thing, right?
Well, I just don't see anybody being able to go and wrestle around and kill somebody wearing turnout gear. It's too bulky and too heavy, and there's no mobility in it. If you ever watch when firefighters are doing their thing on scene, they move around kind of robotically.
They're moving around pretty fast, Jacob.
Well, I did it for 17 years and I could barely get around. I mean, as fast as you can, but you can't get in there and wrestle around and fight with somebody with that stuff because it's going to slow you down and it could stop you from keeping a hold of somebody, in my opinion. I don't believe that in the boots, all that stuff. No, I don't.
They don't have to wear the boots. I'm just talking about the actual, not the hat, not the boots, just the outer, what they put on. They're over. I don't know what you call them.
It's called turnout gear. It's very stiff, very thick and heavy. I mean, literally, when you put everything on that you're wearing, including your tank and all that, you weigh another extra 100 pounds. So it seems, I don't know. It seems like a lot to me. I mean,
and a lot of these kids were a volunteer, right?
In that area, some of them were, yeah. I don't know about the frat kids or anything like that.
I have a brother-in-law that is fire chief of Cuyahoga Falls, and he could do it, and he's told me he could.
I mean, more power to him. It's very heavy. Real quick to answer Meg's statement, I do too. I absolutely think it started off as a shakedown, and it went way too far. And at that point, there was no choice and no turning back, and they had to finish it out. Right, Lola? Turnout gear is exhausting. My husband was a fireman, and the turnout jacket could weigh you down. It truly did. That's why I find it hard to believe that that's possible. But the only thing that was purchased, by the way, you guys, as far as Dickies go, there was no Dickies outfit. It was a beanie. It was a hat. There was a receipt for it. They tried to play it out like it was much more, and it wasn't. So that's all I'm gonna say. He never bought the outfit. And they came back on that and corrected it at some point. So after we saw the receipt, of course, they were trying to play it out through the whole thing. But yep, Jules said it was a beating. Exactly, Ro. Welcome, Missy. Good to see you. Just got off the phone with my sister and niece, who is a defense attorney. She said that there's zero chance that BK was involved in this and that the Moscow PD and the university need to be looked at closer. And I truly believe that deeply. Truth and Justice, Miss Anna D's in the house. Good to see you, JC. I think JC. Hello, welcome. I think I said that right. Yeah, Missy's right. It is very stiff. I just can't imagine him doing it. I mean, maybe, but it's just hard to believe. I don't know. Hold on a minute here. Military uniform is not super light either. No. Fatigues are not by any means. It's pretty much the same type of material, except turnout gear is made with the fire retardant material. I can't think of the name of it right now, but it's crazy. Josie Joe's in the house. Good to see you, dear. Thank you for joining us.
Just remember, these guys are in absolute phenomenal shape.
My nephew's a firefighter, paramedic, Los Angeles. That putter gears, it is very heavy, Mary. I don't know. Like I said, just getting through the house itself. It's not a big area. Dealing with somebody, the fight that Xana put up and that Kaylee put up, and being in that small ass room with all that on and being able to get through. I can't imagine it. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's wrong, but I can't imagine it. Scott Green's a former accountant. I reckon he's running. Oh, that's been talked about too. And it definitely was drugs, in my opinion, is where it started from. Lisa Hawkins, great to see you today. Thank you for joining us. Everybody else that has jumped in, I will catch up with you. I'm grateful to see you in the house. The only thing I can imagine, maybe as firefighter gear that I would see them wearing, would be a Nomex hood. And the Nomex hood is the hood that you wear underneath the helmet, okay? And it's slightly fire retardant as well. And the face is cut out right here in a circle. That way you can put your mask over that and everything's protected. So that one definitely. And law enforcement wears those for other things as well. Oh, the Albertsons thing. I can't remember who asked that question. It was way up at the top, Tomboy. Whoever asked the question about Albertsons, if you want to repost your statement in the chat, please do. Tomboy is very interested in what you said. I mean, yeah, that would be something because it's way different, way lightweight, and it's not the true gear. So yeah, it could be. I don't know if it was done. Maybe if they did something like that, Jane, it would be to throw people off, to make somebody think something different, maybe. That was Ms. Nosferatu, and Tomboy wants to answer that. Go for it. Julianne, good to see you today. But can the mask could be pulled off easily? It depends on what type it is. There's some that you just flip over your head, and they're very long at the bottom. They're supposed to come down to like your chest area so that they can be tucked into your jacket and your overcoat that you wear. Sorry. Mama Bear's in the house. Good to see you, Mama Bear. Thanks for joining.
Mama Bear.
How are you?
Hello. Tired, but I'm good.
I'm happy to have you here. Thanks for joining us.
You're welcome.
To continue answering, like if you can get your hand inside the sides of it, you can pull it this way, but you're not going to pull it off if you have it tucked down in. You got to get it way up there to get it off. It's going to be difficult. You could pull it to the side and stretch it around and rip it up and down and stuff like that if you grab it. But yeah, that's as far as that's going to go. Sorry. Let's look at the map. Do you know where the Albertsons is in Lewiston as compared to where he came from? I don't know. Yeah, we can pull the map up if you want after the fact. Typically he's in the house. Good to see you, Typically. Thank you for joining us. Oh, be careful. Yeah, definitely don't respond. Just drive, please, and be careful. I got all you guys jumping in here. I appreciate you very much. Thank you all so very much for joining us today. I'm excited Mama Bear joined us. Grateful to have Terry up here with us. Let me see. Yeah, remind me, Tomboy, to do that with the map thing, and we can go in and show that. And thank you, Meg. Let me see what it is real quick here, just to be sure. Oh, okay. Interesting. Oh, thank you, Mama Bear, for sending that as well. Hold on a minute, you guys. Let me check something real fast to see if I can fix this right this second, if it's that quick. No, it won't. Nope. I'm gonna have to look at this after the fact. Thank you, Mom Bear.
You're welcome.
Okay. Let's get this moving again. Yeah, I don't know why this is doing this. It's been doing this for a couple weeks now, and I can't seem to figure out why it's doing it, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, and it's annoying.
It is beyond annoying because I'd like to stop and discuss some things through these videos, but you can't because it echoes on the other side. So, all right, here we go.
In Conway, Washington, Eric Wilkinson for KREM 2 News.
We've watched this memorial grow all day long. Students dropping off flowers and stuffed animals, remembering the 4 young lives that were lost. And there's still a lot of unanswered questions tonight, like how this happened and why.
Like, it's all just shocking and scary. Like, I never would have thought that this would have happened here.
Tonight, yellow crime tape still surrounds the house where 4 young college students were found dead over the weekend, a crime shocking the University of Idaho community. Classes were canceled today, and some students have decided to go on Thanksgiving break early.
A lot of people left last night, and then we were like, I know we were like one of the only ones who actually stayed here last night. My mom has called me every single hour for since 7 a.m. this morning. So yeah, they want me to come home if I don't feel safe.
Moscow police have not said much about what exactly happened, but they have released the names of the victims. 2 of them, Zana Kernodle, a junior from Post Falls, and Madison Mogan, a senior from Coeur d'Alene, were servers at the Mad Greek restaurant in downtown Moscow. The restaurant posted on Facebook saying the 2 brought so much joy to the restaurant and all they encountered. Mad Greek is now closed, giving staff time to grieve along with the rest of the community. And the university is planning a vigil for the victims. That's taking place at 5 p.m. on Wednesday on the lawn outside the administration building. In Moscow, Kyle Simchuk, KREM 2.
Moscow Police Department hasn't added any new information since they released a press release this morning about the homicide investigation. But a few hours ago, we did speak with the Latah County coroner. Kathy Mabbitt is calling all four deaths homicides, and that the cause of death is likely a stabbing. But we won't know that for certain until the autopsy report comes back and she can make that official ruling. Now, to take that a step further, Latah County contracts its autopsies out to the Spokane County Medical Examiner. And I confirmed this afternoon that Spokane County is in fact conducting the autopsies on the 4 University of Idaho students. Now, the Spokane County spokesperson says the medical examiner has not yet started those autopsies. Once they are done, the medical examiner will forward her recommended findings to the Latah County coroner. Now, the Moscow Police Department or the Latah County coroner will release the official ruling. Now, this afternoon, when we talked to the coroner, she described a gruesome crime scene.
Well, there was a lot of blood. It's a very sad scene.
Mabbitt adds that she does not believe the toxicology report on each of the 4 University of Idaho students will be relevant to the manner or cause of death. Now, Mabbitt has been the county coroner for 16 years in Latah County. She says in that time there have been at least 2 other multiple homicide scenes that she's been involved in. But she says this current homicide investigation is the only one she's been to where there are 4 people at one scene. Now, we are continuing to press local authorities like the Moscow Police Department, as well as the Latah County prosecutor. I have made multiple calls into their offices yesterday and today, have not got a call returned from either agencies. Now, we know there are University of Idaho students, their families, and the greater Moscow community, many of which are still concerned for their safety, even though the police department says there is no active threat to the community. So that is why we remain here in Moscow pressing for answers. And once we do get those, we'll continue to keep you updated. Reporting in Moscow, Amanda Rowley, KREM 2 News.
2 of the 4 University of Idaho students who died on Sunday, Xana and Maddie, both worked here at Mad Greek Restaurant. The restaurant has closed its doors for now, and they have also put out a memorial for all 4 of those students. Tucked inside a Main Street restaurant bench is a memorial catching the community's attention, including now, and they've also put out a memorial for all 4.
I had to stop because that was interesting. That was kind of funny because that truck that you see in there, it's not though. I had to double check it. It looks like the same truck you see in the Molly McMichael video, but it's not because the stuff is not on it. But it sure as hell looked like it. Just saying.
Of those students. Tucked inside a Main Street restaurant bench is a memorial catching the community's attention, including Annalise Mitchell. She's a sophomore at University of Idaho.
I just wanted to kind of take a moment to remember them.
Annalise is one of many students struggling to process the death of 4 fellow classmates.
It's been surreal, devastating, horrific, honestly.
Annalise knew the 4 students from the university's Greek life.
When I did talk to them, they were just nothing but kind and nothing but bright and positive, and they definitely made an impact on everyone that they've met.
Now, as classes resume today, many students are leaving campus.
People can't even focus on their schoolwork. Like, my sisters and I, we've tried to do our homework, and it's not possible.
Annalise says for her friends that are still here, she's just being supportive.
Nothing will be the same. At least we're all here for each other and just remembering.
But that community doesn't take away the pain.
I'm just angry, honestly, because again, it's 4 people. It's 4 people that have touched so many lives and have touched my friends, and to see them in such grief and suffering, it just makes me angry.
In Moscow, Nicole Hernandez, Prem 2 News.
It's not something you ever expect to hear.
Through the tears and shock, Jim and Stacy Chapin described the moment they found out their son Ethan was gone.
It's not a call that you think that you're going to have to speak with the funeral home directors and the FBI and have it hit national news.
Earlier this week, Moscow police identified Chapin as one of the 4 victims killed in the home just off campus. Stacy and Jim said their son was staying with his girlfriend at the house, who was also killed, Xana Kernodle. So far, police haven't released many details about the investigation, and as questions mount, the Chapins say they wanted to make sure Ethan's story was told.
It's important for us to get Ethan's story out. We don't really want anybody else representing him, and it's hard to have people speaking on his behalf, so we think it's best for us to do this.
He's the kind of kid that everybody wanted to be around. You know, he was just a good kid.
He's a good kid.
That
kind to all.
Didn't deserve what happened.
No.
They say Ethan was a triplet. He and his siblings were extremely close. In fact, they all decided to attend the University of Idaho. Jim says Ethan was an athletic kid who played club soccer and refereed youth sports. His smile, he says, lit up a room, and he made friends wherever he went. They had just spent last weekend at the university for Parents' Weekend.
And as we pulled out of Moscow, we literally were like, we've done it. We've literally done it as parents. We've created 3 incredible humans that will go on and have something great to offer to this world. Honestly, all 3 of them.
A week later, as they grapple with this horrific loss, they say they're determined to keep moving forward for Ethan.
So we will not let this sink us or sink our kids, because if anything, they have to go on and shine Ethan's bright light on their own.
Can you go back and play where she says what it wasn't?
Moscow Police Chief James Fry, University of Idaho president.
Say that again.
Where she goes in that interview, starts off by saying, I want to clear something up. Graduated or triangle.
Hold on. Okay, here we go.
You ever expect to hear?
Through the tears and shock, Jim and Stacy Chapin described the moment they found out their son Ethan was gone.
It's not a call that you think that you're going to have to speak with the funeral home directors and the FBI and have it hit national news.
Earlier this week, Moscow police identified Chapin as one of the 4 victims killed in the home just off campus. Stacy and Jim said their son was staying with his girlfriend at the house, who was also killed, Xana Kernodle. So far, police haven't released many details about the investigation, and as questions mount, the Chapins say they wanted to make sure Ethan's story was told.
It's important for us to get Ethan's story out. We don't really want anybody else representing him, and it's hard to have people speaking on his behalf, so we think it's best for us to do this.
He's the kind of kid that everybody wanted to be around. You know, he was just a good kid.
He's a good kid.
Kind
to all.
Didn't deserve what happened.
No.
They say Ethan was a triplet. He and his siblings were extremely close. In fact, they all decided to attend the University of Idaho. Jim says Ethan was an athletic kid who played club soccer and refereed youth sports. His smile, he says, lit up a room, and he made friends wherever he went. They had just spent last weekend at the university for Parents' Weekend.
And as we pulled out of Moscow, we literally were like, we've done it. We've literally done it as parents. We've created 3 incredible humans that will go on and have something great to offer to this world. Honestly, all 3 of them.
A week later, as they grapple with this horrific loss, they say they're determined to keep moving forward for Ethan.
So we will not let this sink us or sink our kids, because if anything, they have to go on and shine Ethan's bright light
of Idaho President Scott Green and the Director of Idaho State Police, Colonel Kendrick Wills, all spoke at today's press conference. Before Wednesday's press conference, Moscow police had only told the public the 4 students were found dead inside the home late Sunday morning. Wednesday, they revealed that all 4 victims were stabbed to death. Chief Fry says 2 other roommates were at the home during the attack but were not injured, and he is not calling them witnesses. He said they were also home when police arrived at the house. Fry did not say why the call to police was not until noon on Sunday when the attack happened in the early morning hours. Police said it appeared to be a targeted attack, but did not explain why. Moscow police have also been saying that they do not believe there is an ongoing threat to the community. But today, the tone changed. Police say the search for a suspect continues and people should look out for each other. Meantime, we found this video from a Moscow food truck that's from early Sunday morning. It shows 2 of the students, Kaylee and Maddie, ordering food around 1:40 a.m. This is one of the last times they were seen. Moscow police say this video is helping investigators recreate a timeline of events from that night.
And it has helped. It gives us a time and space where we know that 2 of our victims were, and that helps us a ton, and we'll continue to follow up all leads that we can.
The family of Kaylee Gonsalves have seen the video and agreed to let us publish it. They identified Maddie Mogan wearing the long black jacket and Kaylee, who is with her, in the white sweatshirt.
It's normally a place where everyone feels really safe.
Joseph Woodall is the manager of the grub truck. He is seen in the video working the cash register, taking the girl's order. This afternoon, he described their interaction with me.
One of the blondes was just a little bit more cheery and kind of bouncing around a little bit more, and then one was like standing there and doing the hello, how are you, and goes through the interactions. And normally that's pretty normal. In most of our groups, there's people that are more energetic and people that are managing the energetic people.
Joseph told me he felt incredibly sad when he learned the news about the girls he had just seen the other night.
Hope they find the person.
Tonight's game, quite a few empty seats in the student section as well. A lot of them have gone home early for Thanksgiving break, but we talked to students that decided to stick around. They were at tonight's game and they told us they were happy the university didn't cancel this, gave them a chance to see some of their friends, classmates, and somewhat sense of normalcy. A lot of them telling us they won't feel entirely safe on campus until this murderer is caught.
Basketball fans, at this time, we ask that you please stand and join us in a moment of silence for the 4 University of Idaho students that were tragically taken from us on Sunday.
The names of the 4 students found murdered inside a home near campus were read aloud before tonight's game. The Moscow community still in shock.
Definitely like a ghost town here. Weird seeing everyone just pack up and leave.
Like many other students, Jessica Jacobs and Asha Cummings haven't been going to class and say they don't feel as safe alone or on campus as they did a week ago.
The only reason we're still here is because we had a little trip planned going opposite of our homes, but we've been staying together every night, trying to stay as safe as we can, but we definitely aren't going to go home early.
A question of safety is on everyone's mind right now.
During a press conference this afternoon, University of Idaho officials said they've increased campus patrols and students can request a security escort across campus day or night. The university is also excusing all absences.
That if they want to leave and go home now, they absolutely can. We're going to support them in doing so.
Classes were canceled the day after the 4 bodies were found, but resumed on Tuesday. School officials say some students want to keep their minds occupied.
They gain comfort from being around their other students. They gain comfort from interacting and staying busy with their faculty.
I'm happy they're still doing it, and we're here to support our teams, so we're happy to be here. Lucky that we still get to come to this and feel safe here.
And the university has postponed a candlelight vigil until after Thanksgiving break in order to give as many students that want to attend the opportunity to. That's scheduled for sometime on November 30th. In Moscow, Kyle Simchuk, KREM 2 News.
The Spokane County Medical Examiner finished the autopsies yesterday and sent them over to the Latah County Coroner. With that, the coroner sent out this. You can see here at the bottom of the document, cause of death, homicide, murder, and manner of death is stabbing. Moscow PD says whoever did this used a large knife. We also learned yesterday Idaho State Police say investigators think the killer got in the house through the sliding glass door. ISP says the forensic team is taking another look at the house to make sure they didn't miss any details.
We intend to come out and solicit information from the public if they are within certain areas that we believe are of interest for this investigation. And so hopefully today or early tomorrow we will come out with a map where the victims were at specific times during the night and ultimately ending at their residence.
The FBI's Behavioral Analysis Unit is now helping in the investigation. They do crime analysis, create suspect profiles, and help with interview strategies. ISP says an FBI command vehicle is on its way to bring Moscow up more resources. As for the other 2 roommates who were home during the attack, ISP says they are cooperating with investigators. They are not suspects or persons of interest as of now, but ISP says nobody is clear from the investigation yet. In the newsroom, Nicole Hernandez, KREM 2 News.
Earlier this evening, the University of Idaho released a statement urging students to be vigilant. For those that are still here, security will increase over this weekend. Moscow police say patrols have also ramped up around the community. The school district says patrols will monitor the area around its schools. Idaho State Patrol is helping with this extra police presence. People I spoke with in the community today are less concerned about their own safety and more focused on making sure the suspect or suspects are found. In your 70 years of living in this area, would you ever have thought that something like that could happen?
No, really. No.
I definitely was shocked and a little scared, but at the same time, I do have a feeling that the person who did this was somebody that they knew, and so I wasn't personally afraid.
This morning, I noticed quite a few more law enforcement just out and about. I'm really grateful for them.
People say they're thankful Moscow PD are calling on the necessary agencies to help protect the community and figure out what exactly happened on Sunday. In a press conference yesterday, we learned from the Moscow Police Chief, James Fry, that the department has called on 25+ investigators, the state police, and FBI to assist in solving this case. The Moscow Police Department maintains that this was a targeted attack. For that reason, the people I spoke to say they don't personally feel a threat in the community. But like said, the University of Idaho is reminding people here to remain vigilant and provide any and all information you can to Moscow police. In Moscow, Janelle Finch, Crime 2 News.
People across the country want to know what happened inside this home and why. For those living in Moscow, there's still a lot of fear and uncertainty.
No, they say it wasn't Ethan's mom. It was Xana's mother and Maddie's dad and stepmother that you're talking about in regards to that situation, not Ethan's.
And how could there not be? 4 young college students were stabbed to death, and their killer still hasn't been caught. Ever since the yellow crime tape went up, the Moscow Police Department has faced scrutiny for not providing as much information about the case as some would like to know.
You know, there's some things that only the people that were at that scene would know. And so you definitely don't want to release that information to the public.
Gary Jenkins is the former chief of Pullman Police and now serves in that role for the WSU Police Department. He says sharing details is a balancing act, keeping people safe and informed without compromising the investigation.
Just trying to make sure that when detectives go out and interview people, it's based on what they know, not what they've heard on the news.
The University of Idaho told students this week they could go home early for Thanksgiving break if they didn't feel safe around campus, and many already have. Jenkins says that could pose a challenge for detectives trying to interview witnesses. It was for him during the hazing death of Sam Martinez, which also occurred right before Thanksgiving break in 2019.
Most of the witnesses left town, and that's the type of investigation you need to have a one-on-one in-person interview. And so it does definitely complicate that investigation.
Jenkins says the answers all of us want could take time.
They're trying to juggle a lot of balls in the air right now, particularly with 4 victims. It's going to be a very complex crime scene. It's going to be a complex investigation.
New details are emerging in the stabbing deaths of 4 University of Idaho students. Tonight, the Latah County coroner says the 4 students were likely asleep. Some had defensive wounds, and each victim was stabbed multiple times. Authorities found no sign of sexual assault. Moscow police say at this point in the investigation, they do not believe the 2 surviving roommates or the man seen standing near a local food truck were involved in the murders. Police also addressed rumors swirling online claiming the victims were gagged and tied, saying those are not accurate, and the identity of the 911 caller has not been released. Detectives say they've received nearly 500 tips, which are being processed, investigated, and cleared. 38 people who may have information about the murders have been interviewed. The whereabouts of the killer and the knife used are still unknown. Detectives seized the contents of 3 dumpsters on King Road to look for evidence. Police have also gone to local businesses to see if anyone recently purchased a fixed blade knife. Anyone who saw something suspicious, has video surveillance, or can provide relevant information about the murders is asked to call the Moscow Police Department.
Investigators are still trying to piece together where the 4 University of Idaho students went the night before they were found in their Moscow home stabbed to death. Investigators are hoping the map released today will provide additional tips from the community.
The map details the night of Saturday, November 12th into the early hours of Sunday, November 13th. It highlights locations and approximate times when Kaylee Gonsalves and Madison Mogan were in downtown Moscow, while Ethan Chapin and Xana Kernodle were at the Sigma Chi house. Investigators believe Madison and Kaylee were at the Corner Club on Saturday from 8 p.m. to 1:30 a.m. Sunday. Then they were at the Grub Truck on Main Street at 1:40 a.m. 5 minutes later, the map says they returned to their home on King Road. I drove that route this afternoon, starting at 4th and Main and ending at the King Road home. With some light traffic on the road, I arrived at the house in about 3 minutes. This suggests it's reasonable to believe Madison and Kaylee traveled by car from the food truck, but that detail has not been confirmed by police. Investigators also say Ethan and Xana were at a party at Sigma Chi from 8 to 9 p.m., then returned to the home on King Road at 1:45 a.m. The fraternity is a short 3-minute walk from the house, but still, there is a 5-hour gap on their location between the party and arriving at home. Investigators hope someone might remember being at or near the locations they've identified around the same time and potentially saw something suspicious or relevant to the investigation. Police are asking those people to call the tip line or email with that information.
This is all good information, but it brings up even more questions, such as, did investigators use the students' cell phones to identify the locations and times on this map? Did Madison and Kylie walk or drive or get a ride back to the home? And did Xana and Ethan spend only 1 hour at the Sigma Chi fraternity? I have several calls into Idaho State Police and other local authorities working this investigation. I have not heard back, but we will continue to press for answers as this story develops. Reporting in Moscow, Amanda Rowley.
Yep. Well, yet one more person that does not know their names talking about them. It really bothers me, but so be it. So there's that, guys. And that just takes us back to the beginning when it was brought out in the news. The things that we're talking about then. And yeah, well, just saying. Things have changed, in my opinion, in that aspect. Truly. So moving forward. Hold on a minute here. Where is it? Is it raining? It is raining.
Hey, girl, were you saying to me that other people said it about the drinking and the love triangle?
Wait, say it again. What?
Were you saying that other people had said it along with her about the drink, non-drugs and non-love triangle?
What do you mean, Terry? I missed completely.
I don't know. You said somebody else said it, but where I'm going with it, I remember she's not saying it on here. I don't know why, if it was cut off or what, but that was.
Oh yeah, stuff like that was cut out personally. Yeah. So non-drinking. What do you mean?
Said, I just want to let people know. I want to start out by letting people know that drugs were not involved.
Oh yeah.
Love triangle.
Well, think and think about it for a minute. If you go back through all the reports that I covered and read through all the interviews that we've seen done on like Dateline and Nightline and 48 Hours and all that, every single person that they interviewed, every student that was interviewed, one of the main things that they reiterated, they said, "Oh no, there was no drugs. They didn't do drugs. There was no drugs here. There was no. It's a lie, folks. We know it's lied." Or a lie. A student that's part of a fraternity did an interview early on in this and said there were absolutely drugs sold and bought in and out of that house, period. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I have no doubt. Okay. I have no doubt, but I believe that most of the interviews that were given by the students were scripted, that they reviewed what they were to talk about and not talk about with more than likely the university as well as law enforcement. I'm just going to say, not in quite a while, Cat Lover, unfortunately. Welcome, by the way. It's good to see you. So, yeah, there definitely was a drug issue. And I believe that the basis to this entire thing is related to that to some aspect. I'm just saying. So,
well, I remember in the very beginning that it was said that Ethan was a drug dealer in high school.
I don't know about that at all. I can't verify that. But we know that there was.
But I'm just saying what's been said.
I had never actually heard that one before. That's interesting.
I hadn't either.
Right.
Yeah, I heard that, and I was like, "Well, that makes sense." I mean, if his parents are going to blame everything on Xana, but why do you think Ethan and Xana probably matched up so well?
Well, we do know that the Chapins weren't fond of Xana in the beginning, for sure.
I don't think they ever were fond of her.
I don't know what they felt like after the fact. I've had people tell me that they were angry and that they blamed her for him losing his life because if they weren't together, it wouldn't have happened, blah, 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 stuff like that. I've never heard them say it. Yeah, but I've never heard them say it and seen it written in anything, so I can't verify that either. But and I try to stick with factual information here because there's so much rumor and so much bullshit that has been spread out like peanut butter on there, that we have to be careful with certain things. And that is what has caused this case, in my opinion, to get wrapped up into the mess that it is. And I agree. It would make sense. And like, I think Mama Bear said the same thing. It does make sense to say something like that because you can tell that there's a difference in the two families. The Chapin family is way different than what the Kernodle family was.
They're snobs.
Well, to that aspect, I guess you could put it that way. Yes. And Ethan And I believe this now. It was stated to be the black sheep of the family per se, that was the one that would get in trouble, this, that, and everything else, at least on the surface where it was seen. And
I think he's the kind of kid that got caught at everything he did.
pretty much, yeah.
One of those kids that get caught, that you have one kid that does worse things but never gets caught, and then you have the other child that gets caught at everything, and he barely does anything.
Yeah,
I think that was, and I think Hunter was the other.
Probably, yeah. I think Hunter probably was in more trouble. I think Hunter was the one that didn't get caught, but was doing the same stuff. Do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Right. That's just my opinion on that one. And
Hunter
that's okay.
was not exactly the nicest kid in the block.
Say again? I only caught the end of it.
Hunter wasn't the nicest kid on the block.
Yeah, I've seen that too. Again, this is all rumor stuff, folks, and we've gotten tons of that, but I'm sure that there's some truth to some of this stuff, to be honest with you.
I mean, I'm just going, where I'm getting this from is not from what people are saying, it's from what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I get that too. You kind of get a little bit of a like an impression based on actions and the way people are acting. I get that. Yeah, absolutely. 1 minute here. I'm trying to get back down to, oh, here we go. Oh my God. Okay, see this, I'm going to do a completely separate show on that one. This is that same thing, as well as that. So hold on here. Yeah, we're going to do that tomorrow. The trial briefing we're doing as its own show tomorrow. I'm going to be covering the state and the defense's trial briefing separately. And we'll go over that then. And then we had, hold on. Okay. Wait a minute. Yeah. So the next document I wanted to hit, defendant's response to state's first supplemental request for discovery regarding the transfer of test materials. Got to try to get as much of this done as I can. Hold on. You feeling up to reading today at all, Miss Terry?
Sure.
No. Okay, so I'll start it off, but thank you, Tandy, guys, again, and thank you. Please make sure to hit the like button, share this out. We appreciate that so very much, and make sure you hit the notification bell and subscribe if you have not yet done that yet. I would greatly appreciate that. Defendant's response to the state's first supplemental request for discovery regarding the transfer of test materials comes now. Brian C. Koberger, by and through his attorney of record, and hereby submits their response to the state's first supplemental request for discovery as required by Idaho Criminal Rule number 16. And there you go. If you feel like doing it, hold on, let me blow that up a little bit bigger because it's not real. There we go.
Yeah, move the just remove that chat part right there in the corner.
Yeah, I know. That's a pain in the butt. Okay.
Okay. You ready?
Yes, ma'am. Go for it.
Okay. Mr. Koberger first responds that he has complied with discovery requests for experts as provided in the Idaho Criminal Rules. This specific request for additional materials related to ICR came for the first time on April 2nd, 2025. Mr. Koberger responds specifically to Part 2 of the state's request. Upon agreement from the Latah County Prosecuting Attorney's Office, the requested test materials will be provided between doctors directly. Dr. Orr will provide testing data to the state's expert Dr. Christensen, who is a licensed psychologist. This method of disclosure is in compliance with the APA Ethics Code Standard 9.04 and 9.11. Dr. Orr must adhere to these ethical standards in releasing materials, including protocols, test items, etc. Dr. Orr will work directly with Dr. Christensen to transfer the requested materials. One contact information has been exchanged. Okay, can I ask a question?
Well, of course you can. You don't have to ask.
Okay. So are we talking? Okay, hold on. So we had, okay, so we obviously the state, they lost their psychologist or whoever the person was to give the test, right?
Right.
Okay. So now, who was that? Was that Dr. Orr or Dr. Christensen, or is it somebody different?
You know, that's a good question. I'm trying to remember which doctor it was that passed away. Was it?
I thought it was somebody because I don't know about passing
I don't
away.
think it was Orr.
I don't remember
That's
the
a
name.
good question. I'm gonna have to look back at that, Terry. In fact, let me note that down. I remember covering looking at it, but I can't remember right now. Mama Bear, do you happen to remember the name offhand by which doctor it was that had passed?
I don't.
I didn't.
Did they pass though? Because I don't think they passed. I think they
Oh
just.
yeah, there was one of them that passed
There was
away.
one that passed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So okay.
Which put a big it caused an issue within the whole thing, and then they had to fix things and so on and so forth. So I can't remember the name. It's driving me nuts now that I think of it. I'll figure it out. But it's a good question.
Another person passed in this.
Yeah, the doctor had passed away, and it caused a delay and a bunch of issues with it. Was it the state or the defense that the one that passed
The
away?
state.
Okay.
Right? Am I correct?
I don't remember. Tomboy saying she thought it was the defense, and I am struggling with remembering that. Maybe it was the defense one. Dunn said that too. So it could have been the one from the defense. Dr. Orr, I remember.
I think it was the defense.
Yeah, I think they're right.
So
Now that I think
the
of it.
state lost one too.
I think the one with the state was just somebody that quit. Kind of like recused himself from the situation, if that was the
Right.
case.
Okay.
But the one for the defense, you had me confused for a minute. It's my fault trying to figure it out. But yeah, the one from the defense, you guys are all right, is the one that passed away, and I can't remember the name. AR, hey, it's good to see you, buddy. And he even says, yeah, I was the defense expert. That's what I thought. Okay. So, and the state one quit. Exactly. Thank you. It happens. Too much stuff to remember, and sometimes it'll make you go in a circle. So, just saying.
Yeah.
All right, on we go. Good to see you, AR. Thanks for joining us, brother. Hope you're having a great Sunday today. Go ahead, Terry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Move me up. Thank you. I hereby certify that a true and correct copy of the foregoing was personally served as indicated below on the day of April 2025, addressed to Latah County Prosecuting Attorney Eliza Masseth via email, Jay Logston via email, Becca Barley, attorney at law, and Jeffrey Nye. Why is Jay Logston still involved?
Oh, he was still part of the defense team, even though he wasn't like there with them, because he had to pick up all the slack from the public defender's office, but they still had him listed as part of the defense team, and I think he was still working certain things for them.
Really?
I think they were holding out for him when trial came, that he was going to be part of the mitigation process, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but that's just if I remember what I read.
Okay, because we never saw him forever.
Yeah. He had to end up taking over where Ann had stepped away from the public defender's office.
Mhm.
He took that over, and he was picking up all the slack there, which is why he had kind of stepped away from the trial and the hearings and stuff. So,
okay.
Just saying. But
I hope I'm asking the right questions, but I think that there should be questions asked about.
no,
this.
you're good with that kind of stuff, because a lot of people get confused on this and they don't realize, you know what I mean? So, Becca Barlow had kind of stepped in at that point, and she is the DNA expert, so on and so forth.
Isn't she the one that the FBI came and talked to?
No, that was Gabriela Vargas, who they told her to retract her statements, and they shut her down. That Bill had sent there, which is such a joke in my opinion. And then AR says Jay had to stay on because he worked for the public defender's office, and Brian was in I can never say it.
Indigent.
Thank you. And on state funding.
Indigent.
Indigent. There we go. Wait, Tomboy said no, took him off the case because he was late to court.
Yeah, he was late to court.
But he was still
something like that happened. That's why I was like, what?
Yeah, but I thought he was still listed as part of the defense team every time everything was put out, even up to now. They still have his name listed on everything. So I don't know. I do remember that, Tomboy, but I thought that he was still part of. I think that he took him or sent him out or whatever because of that situation or something. I don't remember.
Well, he left the defense. He left Anne with her hands up in the air because she had no idea what she was going to do, and he was late. Do we know why he was late? Do we remember?
Hitler, I don't remember. It was something of importance, and Hitler didn't care and showed the ignorance. He was looking for reasons to do everything he's done. Okay, anything he can do to tear them down, he did it. Period.
Okay.
So that's the end of that. That's the end of that one. Hold on here. They left him off in order for Ann to continue to get paid, which didn't happen. Yeah, Ann didn't get paid on this at all from the point where she had left the public defender's office and went private. She wasn't paid from there on till the end of this. And I don't know that she still has been. I have no idea. So people saying that she didn't care about this, that says something completely different to me. But Jay was absolutely still on the defense team. I thought he was. He had to be, even if he didn't appear in court. He was the public defender that the state requires to fund Brian's defense. That's what I thought I understood. Thanks, AR.
Well, that would make sense because Anne went back to being a private attorney, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense. But she happened to stay on that case.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I will read more if you'll show me more.
Yeah, I'm loading it all in right now.
Okay. Like, I don't want to read. Mama
I
Bear,
appreciate it.
my co-host.
No, I really appreciate it because my voice has been tearing my voice up. So, and they're not all going to be super, like a whole lot to read. So,
Yeah, you like my MIA co-host, Terry.
I know. Mama Bear, please help. All righty.
All right, hold on. Let me see something real fast here. There's not a lot. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, there is. Okay.
Great.
All right. Well, that's not a ton, but this one is the Exhibit 4 in support of the objection to the state's motion in limine the AT&T timing advance records. We all know what that is. Again, comes now Brian Koberger by and through his attorney of record and hereby files under seal Exhibit 4 in support of their objection to the state's motion in limine regarding the AT&T timing advance records. Hold on a minute. And this here shows Exhibit 4 certificate of authenticity of records, the FBI report from Nick Balance, and screenshot of records provided to the defense.
And they didn't do a comma. And also conspiracy theorist, Cyril.
Yeah, right. And that should be good there. And whenever you're ready, go for it.
Okay, certificate of authenticity of domestic records pursuant to federal rules of evidence 902 and 902. Stephen Gordon attests under penalties of perjury by the laws of the United States of America pursuant to 28 U.S.C. and 1746 that the information contained in this certification is true and correct. I am employed by AT&T and my title is Director Compliance. I am qualified to authenticate the records attached hereto because I am familiar with how the records were created, managed, stored, and retrieved. I state that the records attached hereto are true duplicates of the original records in the custody of AT&T, I further state that all records attached to this certificate were made at or near the time of the occurrence of the matter set forth by or from information transmitted by a person with knowledge of those matters. They were kept in the ordinary course of the regular conducted business activity of AT&T, and they were made by AT&T as a regular practice, and such records were generated by AT&T's electronic process or system that produces an accurate result, to wit. The records were copied from electronic devices, storage mediums, or files in the custody of AT&T in a manner to ensure that they are true duplicates of the original records, and the process or system is regularly verified by AT&T and at all times pertinent to the records certified here. The process and system function properly and normally. Okay, hold on one second. Is that saying that it wasn't shut off? There was no shutdown?
I don't think so.
Do you remember when we heard that it was shut down? I mean, the whole Wi-Fi was shut down in that area.
Well, yeah, that was for the college. I don't know, Mama Bear, did you take anything like that from this?
No,
I don't think it relates to that at all. This is just, yeah, exactly. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, that was just actually on campus, and their house was not on campus.
Well, no, we don't know that because we've heard both 50-50. I further state that this certification is intended to satisfy rules 902 and 902 of the Federal Rules of Evidence. Okay, it's Mama Bear's time. Go, Mama.
Oh, no, she doesn't. Hold on a minute. Let me check something, though, because there we go. So this was the unclassified, it states FBI electronic communication titled to document additional records from the AT&T CC to Jennifer Banks from Salt Lake City. The contact on it listed was Nick Balance, of course, and it's approved by Special Agent Jacobson. Christopher Cover subject. Okay, and it shows that the Brian Koberger as the subject per se, and the deceased victims listed Ethan Chapin, Madison Mogan, Xander Canoodle, and Kaylee Goncalves, and it says extortion, aggravated, or overt threats. The synopsis is to document additional certified records received from AT&T. Enclosed are the following items: the AT&T records, and the details listed. It says April 3rd of 24 Cellular Analysis Survey Team, the CAS team. Certified Special Agent Nick Balance received additional certified records from AT&T. These records will be attached to the 1A section of this serial. And then it shows the listing here. Timing advance. As of April 1st, 270 kilobytes, 316 kilobytes, 495, and then down here the geofencing situation listed it as 1 megabyte, and then more timing advance there says 26 megabytes as a file size, all of April 1st, and that's it. Of course, we're not going to get anything more than that, in my opinion. Proby and Proud, good to see you today. Thanks for joining us. Very much appreciate you. Meanie, is Meanie in the house? No, I just saw somebody say Meanie Head. Okay. Excuse me. So anyway, I'd really like to, who I'd like to get a hold of, you guys, and honestly, Mama Bear, is Gabriela Vargas. I would love to have her join me up here and ask her some questions. Of course,
yeah, that would be cool.
I would love to interview her now at this point. Just saying. All right, so that is that one. Okay. All right, this is listed now. the state's first supplemental request for discovery disclosure. The records from the forensic psychiatric evaluation by Dr. Ryan, all written reports, handwritten or typed notes, scoring sheets, behavioral observation, psychological data collected during the in-person forensic psychiatric evaluation of Brian Koberger on October 20th through 22nd of 24 at the Ada County Jail. All documentation and materials, audio, video, notes, summaries, and from the group family evaluation conducted on November 29th of 24 with Michael Koberger, Mary Ann Koberger, and Amanda Koberger. These are mother, father, and sister. And then in-person individual evaluations happened with Mary Ann, Amanda Koberger, and Melissa on November 30th, the next day. Phone and video interviews with Mary Ann on January 12th of 25, and a follow-up call, it said. Allison Ackerman, January 7th on Zoom. Ellen Trexler, January 9th by phone. And Dr. Ellen Novick Cohen, January 11th via FaceTime. All investigative materials relied upon, including audio, video recordings, Brian Koberger's educational and medical mental health records. Any other third-party documents relied upon during the evaluation, neuropsychological evaluation materials through Dr. Rachel Orr, and all raw data protocols and response forms, including score sheets, handwritten or computer-generated examiner notes, and behavioral observations for the following assessments. The WAIS 5 subtests administered, the similarities, vocabulary, information, and comprehension, block design, visual puzzles, matrix reasoning, figure weights, digit sequencing, running digits, digit span, forward, backward, symbol span. All of these types of tests that they administered to basically kind of break down and see what he understood, how he doesn't, things like that. And then, of course, subtests were the word reading, sentence comprehension. Additional testing was controlled oral word association test, the COWAT test, Stroop color and word test, the Wisconsin card sorting test, Tower of London, 2nd edition, Connor's continuous performance test, Iowa gambling test, decaps, trail making, and other specified subjects. So basically all these things, guys, that they did trying to like break down what his understanding of things were per se, and how much he understood, you know, so on and so forth. And it all goes in directions of cognitive skills, so on and so forth, what interpretation skills and things like that is all this was. Hold on a minute here. Let me move some of this around because I have too much of this up again. Derp. There we go. Okay. Where was I? Way down here. Wait. Do I have this too big? Because I'm not seeing something's not right. Because I'm missing something, I think.
Meg, that's funny. It sounds like something I would do.
Sorry.
The same thing my wife said to me a long time ago, and that's why I stopped saying it.
You have liquid coming out of your leg.
Let's see here. Oh, you caught he is. Yes, I agree. Gotta go potty. I say that to the dogs all the time.
Oh my God, what is happening to us? We're getting brainwashed.
Right? You think Ryan Upmore was going to test it? That's a good question, Phenomena Mom. All right, you guys. So, hold on here. Did I miss something? No. There we go. Okay. Again, this was updated as of January 29th to 25. This is the thing with Jason Gage. Swear to God, I've missed something here, but that's okay. This just shows that what Dr. Gage's education, work experience, what he knew and didn't know, what his background was, and all that fun stuff, which I don't care two shits about.
No.
at all. Just making sure, seeing what is in here, because I don't care about his background at all. As long as he's got one. Say again.
I said, "Hola, Amy."
Yes, hello. Okay, so 1 second here.
Buenos dias.
Buenos dias.
I was trying to think of something.
Yep, we covered that. I must have. Yep. Yep. Yeah, we went through all that. And like I said, the trial briefs were going to be running tomorrow as its own show. I think I covered all of that there. Nobody was going to testify to shit Ann said in her brief. She would object to, yeah. Excuse me. I missed one yesterday. I was starting off and I didn't get the cover. Hold on here. There it is. Yep. The state's exhibit list. 1 second here. Okay, so this is everything that the state was bringing in under their evidence, their exhibit, whatever you want to call it. Mama Bear, do you feel like reading this off?
Sure.
From the beginning, and I'll just scroll down as you go.
Okay.
Thank you, dear. Appreciate it very much.
All right. So these are the photographs. So photographs of the front exterior of residence, the rear exterior of residence, main floor toward west bedroom, main floor west bedroom, which is Santa Carnoto's room, main floor west bedroom, Ethan Chapin. Let's see, third floor east bedroom, Kaylee Goncalves and Madison Mogan. Third floor east bedroom, Kaylee Goncalves and Madison Mogan close up. Main floor kitchen sliding door open. Third floor west bedroom, Murphy on bed. Third floor west bedroom, kennel. Third floor west bedroom, front and west side, west yard, north side of front door, entryway. Front door towards west, first floor room. Front door towards west, first floor room. Front door towards bathroom and stairs. First floor with stairs. First floor bedroom, west side. First floor bedroom, west side. Okay, there's like 3 of those. West floor bathroom. West floor. First floor bathroom. Sorry. First floor bedroom, east side, Bethany. Locked door, first floor. First floor bedroom, east side, Bethany's. Times 3. Second floor living room. Second floor facing west, Xana. Second floor living room towards stairs. Kitchen knife on beer pong table. Second floor facing west, Xana. Second floor living room towards stairs. Jeez. Oh, I missed a spot. Second floor facing west, Xana. Second floor bathroom, second floor bathroom, second floor bathroom. Second floor west bedroom, Xana. Second floor west bedroom, Xana. Second floor west bedroom closet. Second floor west bedroom, Xana. Second floor west bedroom Ethan, second floor west bedroom foot of bed, second floor west bedroom table, second floor living room ping pong table, and third floor stairs.
One second. Leah, if you're still in here, hun, Brandy, post your link in here real fast for her to email you, and we can get her set up in the Discord real quick. Leah, if you can hear that, dear. And thank you, Brandy. All right, here we go.
All right, second floor bedroom Dylan, second floor bedroom Dylan, second floor bedroom Dylan, kitchen, second floor utility closet, kitchen, oh, where'd it go? Kitchen window with handprints, kitchen window screen, stairwell to third floor, third floor landing east, third floor west bedroom, third floor west bedroom, Kaylee, third floor west bedroom, Kaylee, third floor landing facing east, third floor bathroom, third floor southeast bedroom door, Madison, third floor southeast bedroom, Maddie, third floor southeast bedroom, Maddie, Madison Mogan and Kaylee Goncalves in bed. Third floor southeast bedroom, Madison Mogan above bed. Third floor southeast bedroom closet, Maddie. Third floor southeast bedroom floor, Maddie. Third floor southeast bedroom desk, Maddie. Vehicles parked by 1112 King Road, black Ford truck and silver Ford SUV. 620 Taylor, Dylan Mortensen, Kaylee Goncalves, Madison Mogan, Ethan Chapin, Xana Kernodle, Bethany Funk. Main floor, east bedroom.
Hold on.
Poster boards overview.
1 second. 1 second. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Silver Ford SUV. Where the hell was there a silver Ford SUV parked near the house?
It was like next door or close to the pumpkin one.
Okay. I must have missed that then. All right. Sorry to interrupt you, Mama Bear. The Explorer is black. That's not silver. It's black.
No, but there was a silver one that wasn't in the garage.
Okay, because it says black Ford truck and silver Ford SUV with Washington plates, and then it has listed Dylan Mortensen, Kaylee, Madison, Ethan, and Xana as people that own the other vehicles there. But that's still weird. The silver one. I don't remember seeing the silver one. That's all.
I think it was right next to the house.
Gotcha.
Montoy said the Explorer, duh.
But no, the Explorer is not silver. It's black. Duh.
Ryan said it's down by 1117.
That's what I'm seeing now. It's not. I was like envisioning up by the front. The black Ford truck, that's got to be the Explorer. The other one, the silver Ford SUV, it's not up in the top row up there by the front of the house is why I was lost on it. Thank you, Ryan. So I know I didn't see it. I never saw a silver Explorer. Duh. So sorry. Bomb toy.
Thanks, Ryan, so that I'm right. And I got to prove Dago wrong.
It's all good. I don't care. On we go. Yeah, where did you leave off, Mama Bear, when I interrupted you? I'm sorry. Duh.
I'm at S1-71.
There you go. Sorry to interrupt again.
Okay, so main floor, east bedroom, poster boards overview. Main floor, east bedroom, bottom of poster board 1. Poster board. Anyway, main floor, east bedroom, middle of poster board 1. Main floor, east bedroom, top of poster board 1. Main floor, east bedroom, bottom poster board 2. Main floor, east bedroom, middle of poster board 2. Main floor, east bedroom, top of poster board 2. Lakeland McComas and Bethany Funk. Lakeland McComas, Bethany Funk, and Dylan Mortensen. Lakeland McComas and Dylan Mortensen. Dylan Mortensen on couch with no text.
There's your answer right there, everybody. That's the name, and it has been verified now. Lakeland McComas was LM that was there watching Vampire Diaries with Dylan Ding Dong and Bethany at that time. So there's the name, how it's spelled, and everything. Sorry to interrupt you again, Mama Bear.
It's okay.
I want everybody to catch that is LM that we read in the report, so on and so forth, because there was other names put up, Lauren something or other and this and that, but that's her. That's Lakeland. And then the rest of it, the Dylan Mortensen on couch with no text. That one I don't quite understand, but okay. Sorry to interrupt.
It's almost like they're saying that Dylan sent a text saying no.
Ah, see?
That's the way I took it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
With no in quotes as a text. But
okay. That's interesting. Keep that. I'm taking note of that. Anyway, keep going. I'm sorry.
Okay. Eric Gower phone text messages with Kaylee Goncalves starting at 8:40 p.m. Eric Gower phone text messages with Kaylee Goncalves at 1:45 a.m. Eric Gower car Toyota Prius front driver's side. Toyota Prius driver's side, passenger side, Toyota Prius front passenger side, Toyota Prius rear, autopsy photo, Madison Mogan sealed body bag.
Well, everybody knows what Gower drove now, which is a Prius, supposedly a silver colored Prius, which that's not a sedan to me, but okay. On we go. You want me to take over, or are you good?
No, I'm good.
You guys remember there was a gray sedan? It was like not a sedan, a SUV parked right when they were walking. The three of them were walking, and they were right in front of it. When they said, "What did you say to?" Whatever.
Say again.
There was a silver SUV parked, like they were walking on the sidewalk, and then there were cars parked, and parked like on the sidewalk.
You mean when they were walking to the grub truck?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I remember what you're talking about. Yeah, I remember.
I thought that was kind of
good catch, bomb toy.
What did she say? Go look at your photo. On your photo you sent me, Lake is listed. Oh, which photo is it?
It's one from 3 years ago. I don't even remember where it came from, but it has a list of names. I sent it to you not too long ago. I was like, hey, remember this?
Oh, yeah. Okay. And Lake is listed there, huh? Interesting.
Yeah. So is cigarette butt guy.
What's his name?
Jose Cruz.
Interesting. Okay. Thank you. Big Red, welcome. Good to see you. That was what piece of information I hadn't gotten yet. But I hadn't verified. Sorry. That's what I meant to say. Anyway.
It's okay.
On we go.
Okay. So, autopsy info. Madison Mogan body bag tag. Kaylee Goncalves sealed body bag. Kaylee Goncalves body bag tag. Ethan Chapin sealed body bag. Ethan Chapin body bag tag. Xana sealed body bag. I'm just going to say their first names. Xana body bag tag. Madison Mogan. Kaylee Goncalves. Ethan Chapin. Xana Kernodle. Maddie top front. Maddie top back. Maddie's pants front. Maddie's pants back. Kaylee wearing sock. I guess a sock. Kaylee Goncalves sock. Kaylee Goncalves sock. Kaylee's pants, Kaylee pants, Kaylee shirt, 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 shirt. Goodness, okay. All right, I'm at the bottom. S116.
And you notice something too that I read this before. I think we read this back in a while back, but it seems that Kaylee only had a sock, one sock and one shoe on, but the other foot didn't seem to have that. And I thought that was kind of interesting.
She had one sock on. She had one sock on, and they found a sock downstairs.
Right. So you got to wonder if it was due to her running, maybe one sock, one shoe came off, or I don't know. It's weird. I'll just say it's weird.
I don't know. I don't think it was a shoe. I don't think she had shoes on, but she had one sock on when she was found, but one sock was off.
Well, I thought they listed. I thought they listed one shoe.
I don't remember that. I just remember that they said that
they might as we go. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
they haven't yet.
Gotcha.
So we got all the shirts, and then Xana underwear front, Xana underwear back, Xana shirt front, Xana shirt back. Ethan Chapin sock, Ethan sock, Ethan sock, Ethan sock. Drone west side with parking lot. Residence area, and then residence area with upper parking lot. Residence area with 500 Queen Road Apartments. Area with Walenta Drive. King Road, Taylor Avenue, Walenta Drive. King Road, Taylor Avenue, Walenta Drive. Top of residence with view of upper lot. Exterior, north side. Exterior, west side. And then exterior west side porch and deck, exterior backyard, view of 1122 King Road from upper lot, exterior south side of residence, north entrance, first floor foyer stairs and bathroom, first floor door to west bedroom, first floor doorknob and lock external front door, first floor west bedroom doorway, first floor west bedroom bed, first floor west bedroom south wall, first floor west bedroom northeast corner, first floor west bedroom looking east, first floor bathroom door, first floor bathroom west wall floor, first floor bathroom west wall, first floor bathroom toilet, first floor hallway looking east from bathroom door, first floor east bedroom bed, first floor east bedroom west wall and closet, and then stairs from first floor to second floor east wall, second floor living room south wall, the southwest corner of the living room, the living room looking west, living room looking to west bedroom, the bathroom door on the second floor bathroom southwest corner, the bath and shower, bathroom south wall, bathroom west wall, and then bath northwest corner and hallway. Goodness. West bedroom from outside doorway, west bedroom looking northwest, second floor west looking northwest with ceiling, west bedroom looking north, second floor west bedroom looking southwest, second floor west. Whoa, where'd it go? What'd you do?
If I disappear, you guys, I'm having issues with internet. It's storming here, so that's what I'm starting. It's dropping me and dropping things. So I'm sorry if I disappear. That's what happened. Just so everybody has a heads up ahead of time. It's starting to do weird things now. Stupid.
I thought you was playing around with stuff.
No, it's raining like cows and horses right now, not cats and dogs. Cows and horses, and then the wind is crazy blowing. So
we had that earlier today. So
it's doing
you're
weird.
welcome.
Thank you. I don't know what the hell's going on. So if I disappear, hopefully I'll see you guys later on. I'm sorry.
All right. So I don't remember where it was at.
I'm sorry. I don't remember either.
Living room, bath, shower, bathroom, south wall, bath, northwest corner and hallway, west bedroom from outside doorway, west bedroom looking northwest. There's the ceiling. Okay. West bedroom looking southwest, west bedroom overview. All right. Xana Kernodle, close up of right leg. Second floor, west bedroom, end of bed. That's weird to just kind of throw that in the middle of all this.
I know. Can you hear me?
Huh?
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. It keeps muting and unmuting. It's weird. Sorry.
West bedroom, south wall, west bedroom, foot of bed, west bedroom, Ethan Chapin on bed, covers over legs, west bedroom, Ethan Chapin on bed, covers removed. Second floor, west bedroom, Ethan Chapin on bed covers removed, close up of injury. Bedroom, Ethan Chapin on bed, edge of bed to floor, Ethan Chapin on bed.
Oh my Lord. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can.
This is crazy. All right. You know what, you guys? I think I'm gonna have to end this because if not, it's gonna end it for me. It's doing some weird stuff. Hold on. Anyway,
Big Red, same. I did it, and I love my T-Mobile home internet.
did what?
Big Red said swapped to T-Mobile home internet, and it was the best decision he ever made.
I can't get it. I
know.
tried.
I was just saying that I did the same thing, and I love it.
Yeah, they don't have it here yet. I'm trying.
Tom Bombtoy said, but it's still streaming. No slowing on this end.
Oh, it's doing like flashy shit here on my side and doing what it does right before it starts to do one of the